Okay, the first song that we'll look at is called King of All the Earth. And for this, I used an organ setting. But I made sure I had an organ setting that would allow me to speed up the rotating speaker effect. Listen as I hold down a chord. Now, this is basically emulating what we used to call a Leslie speaker. And you can still get them. They're just huge. And they're an actual mechanical speaker with a rotating horn. And so what you do is you get that swirling effect. But there's actually two horns inside of it. One that handles your upper mid-range and one that handles the lower. And they use two different motors. So therefore, they won't be perfectly in sync. And it gives you a Doppler effect at different registers. It's hard to emulate this electronically, but this keyboard does a pretty good job. And notice too that when it slows down slowly. When it speeds up slowly. Just like a real mechanical motor would. So for the opening section of the song, we let the guitars kick in. And all I did on the keyboard was just something that simple. If you look at the chord chart, it starts off with an E flat. The light shines through my darkness, all darkness. And I kept that for the G minor and the B flat chord. So for the E flat chord, I had these two. On darkness, I went to G minor, and all I did was play D and B flat. And then it went to a B flat chord, so I kept my D and B flat. So for the first chord, I'm starting on the E flat, 2 above middle C, B flat above that. When it goes to the G minor, the E flat dropped down to a D, and it stayed for the B flat. When I got to the B flat, I kicked on the Leslie faster. Next line, same thing. Near the end of the line, I slowed the Leslie down. I began the next line, same way. At the end of the line, sped the Leslie up. Next line, same thing, and then slowed it down. And then for the chorus, it starts off with the B flat on Jesus, King of all the earth. Let the heavens, that's an E flat chord. Then G minor, one true God, defeated the grave. We join with the angels, E flat, and then I sped the Leslie up there. And I'm just doing one hand here, and that's the right hand. For the B flat chord, this is D, F, B flat. I'm starting on the D above middle C, F above that, B flat above that. For the E flat, I just went up to the E flat, G and B flat right there. One true God was G minor, so I kept everything except the E flat went down to a D. So now I have D, G, and B flat. We join with the angels, went up to the E flat, sped the Leslie speaker up. And then I did that throughout the song. On the verses, I'd keep it real simple. There's your G minor, B flat, E flat, G minor, B flat. Then we had a bridge where it goes, oh, my soul will sing, and that's just G minor, B flat, E flat. I'm just using the full chords there and work the Leslie on and off. Now, if you can, going into each chorus, or at least the last chorus, because it's a B flat chord, you can do a glissando into it. And I'm using what we call a palm glissando. I'm using the palm of my hand, and I'm laying it, starting with the C below middle C, and just swiping across the keyboard, and then coming to rest on a B flat chord. Now, on some keyboards, it's easier than others. This keyboard has a little lip right here. As you come off of the end of the key and straight down, it has a little ledge. On the old B3 organs, there was not a ledge there. It was smooth, coming right off that edge. Made it real easy to do a palm glissando. They call those waterfall keys because it's like a waterfall. It's a smooth little ledge coming right off the top of the key down to the face of the key. So it made palm glissandos a lot easier. If I know I have to do a lot of palm glissandos, especially in the studio, I'll take a piece of just regular notebook paper, make a strip that goes across my palm, and then tape it to the back of my hand. And that way I've got a real non-grabbing surface on the palm of my hand to do those glissandos. Makes it a lot easier. You can actually get keyboards with waterfall keys now just for doing organ emulations, and especially that Palm Glissando. And that's pretty much all I want to say about King of All the Earth. That's really all that I did. If my left hand was ever free, I went down to a lower keyboard with the piano and maybe just picked up the bass line, especially on the chorus. And use the pedal to hold that down while I can work my Leslie. And by the way, on the original B3 organs, that switch for speeding up and slowing down the Leslie was actually right there on front of the faceboard of the keyboard. And it was a little switch you could swing back and forth. But like I said, because this keyboard comes with so many controllers on it, I can just assign that to one of these sliders. Okay, let's take a look at the next song.